Well, there's some very big bits of glass, and we've got a piece of glass that was 250 kilograms, had to be glazed by a crane, you know, on site. And there's some interesting shapes too, so because the building has an unusual sort of roof and a big skillion, there's lots of triangles of glass, which again, you know, we just draw them, and the wonderful window manufacturer works out how to do it, so that's great. Canberra's a very specific climate. It's defined by having cold winters and hot summers, so I mean that's part of the glazing issues that come up, at how you deal with the balance of those things. The ThermalHEART range is a very good product for thermal efficiency. It improves the thermal performance of the window enormously, getting up to the sort of level of a timber window, or maybe in some cases better, but you don't have some of the other issues that relate to, say, timber, which is a lot of maintenance issues. So it's a really terrific product. It means you can actually use more areas of glass to meet your energy rating requirements, and in a house that has requirements for view and inside-outside relationship, that becomes a very important aspect of the architecture. We have formed a relationship with a company in Wagga called ViewCo, run by a guy called Ryan Knight, who helped us a lot with selection of windows for this project, and we've relied on him to a large extent to advise us about all sorts of things, you know, weights of things, how things open. One of the ideas, because this is a sort of fairly vertical building, was to try and use some of the height of the building to create a thermal chimney, so of louvers, and there's a power connection to the louvers that allow them to open thermostatically, so when the temperature reaches a certain amount they open and allow venting of hot air. So that's great in summer when you want to sort of quickly evacuate all warm air in the house. So again, that's a product that ViewCo have in their range that you can slot into the system, so it's not something exotic you have to go out of your way to work out how to couple one with the other. AWS do offer a range of products all in the same suite. That's partly also why we like to use them. They've all got lots of little clever bits and pieces. I mean, for instance, you can use what is essentially a bifold door as a window. In this particular case, it's a pass-through hatch from the kitchen, but it's still, you know, a very highly performing thermal window. Bifold doors are perennially a problem because of the fly screen issue. How do you deal with that? But this particular ThermalHEART product that we've used has a really nice hidden centaur screen, which you can then just tuck out of the way. It's a very elegant solution they have. A lot of the issues about thermal efficiency relate to air leakage, and that's another issue with the ViewCo products, is that they have a pressure seal system, so you sort of lift the handle up and the doors and windows sort of clunk in and seal really nicely. So it's actually a good way of upping your thermal credentials. It's a bit like when you buy a really nice car, or you're in a nice car and you shut the door and it's got that nice sort of clunk and feel, and it's got the weight and quality. You can feel that with the product. Immediately you touch it, there's a sort of very visceral sense that it's a well-made thing.